Good morning, everybody. It is a nice, relatively cool morning. It's about 61 degrees Fahrenheit, on the way to about 90 Fahrenheit. It's supposed to get quite warm for the next few days again. But each day we inch our way closer toward fall and all that good stuff. I, for one, can't wait. Been working on the Love Spoon project, and we are getting close to finishing a lot of the rough carving and stuff like that, and the wood is really drying and stuff. We got a bit more work we want to do here, and you see we'll put little hearts, and we got the little 12 little divots here to represent kids, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and a little pommel end here. And as you see, it's really starting to dry, so the color is changing, and got a ton of sanding to do, but that's where we stand at the moment. And it is only 5:30 in the morning, and it's a Sunday morning, so we're going to be quiet for a little while. And we got a little fan blowing to help dry things out and stuff. But I'll bring you back as we get the day going. And like I said, we're going to do some carving in here, and because you notice that this wood here is a different color, and I'm thinking about putting like dates and name, something like that, and carve it into three sides here. Well, it's a little later on Sunday morning, and this is what we've done to the Love Spoon thus far. Okay, as you can see, the wood is drying, and it's starting to change colors and stuff like that. And what we did is we carved out some hearts, and we got a heart on each side of there. Okay, these little divots, there's 12 of them, represents the amount of kids, grandkids, great-grandchildren we have. Alright, a little heart carved on the bottom there, and these little inserts in there, that is pieces to all the little fruit trees and everything that are on the property. Okay, this area right in here, the throat area, I'm going to thin it up ever so slightly, but we're going to carve in a place where we can put like dates and stuff, and then kind of recess this into the throat area here as I square it off, make it flatter. And as you can see, there's a ton of sanding to do, but it's really cool watching as the wood dries, the color changes and stuff. It's going to be really be a neat color grain, and how the lines all form out once everything gets done and sanded. And like I said, this is nectarine wood from a nectarine tree that was knocked down by, really cracked by a severe thunderstorm back in right around, I don't know, about the 4th of July, give or take. But that's what we're up to, and that's what the Love Spoon looks like thus far. And we got one little crack here that I've been dealing with, and you can see, you get up into, let's go over here and get you a little more light. Get up here into the spoon area, you can see how you've gone into the center of this particular limb, and the color is really starting to change. You got that black line. So, and that is not something that I've done. This is just the natural grains of the wood. It's going to be a ton of sanding to do, and I'm not sure how much more we'll do, but I'm using all just wood and materials found right here on the property. Nothing has been purchased or anything like that, unless you want to count the sandpaper and the knives and stuff like that. But all the materials on here are sourced right from the garden, and the many trees that seem to throw us down a limb, and other goodies and stuff. And this is my wood pile from some of the projects that we've chopped down over here. And then we got I'm always looking for a piece of good solid wood and a piece of old rotten wood, and you'd be surprised what you find up in there. As rotten as that might seem, there's some good solid wood up in there, and it really makes a neat looking spoon or project and stuff like that. And then I got a ton of old sticks here from the storms in the last few months, and I'm going to process all this and kind of get it organized and everything. And we're not too far away now, about a month, and the temperatures will really start dropping off, which I can't wait. The colder weather is more conducive to projects, camping, and everything else. All right, I'll bring you back when we do a little more work. All right, I went out and harvested 3 little pieces of wood from our little pile of wood out there, and you can see the date that we got married, 1983, June the 11th, and my initials and her initials, and we'll kind of carve us a little space on the throat and put those in like that. It's getting a little tougher to carve this wood because it is drying, but this is fun. Okay, and a ton of sandpaper. I think we're gonna need it. A lot of sanding to do to get it smooth and shiny and everything like that. And then we'll put our what do you call that stuff here? Our raw linseed oil. And of course, like I said, this is not going to be an eating spoon. This is for decoration. Alright, that's where we are at the moment. Okay, I'm working on the bowl section of the love spoon with the gouge and hook knife, and we're getting closer to finishing the thing, and then a ton of sanding to get it smooth and shiny will take place. And we did some carving here on the throat. I got a little piece of paracord tied around it to give it some strength while we work on that. But it's coming along nice. I mean, the main body of the spoon is, like I said, is nectarine, but I mean, there's a little bit of all sorts of old pieces of fruit trees and other bits of wood that have come from right here on the property. But we'll probably stop right here today because it's supposed to get to about 90 Fahrenheit, and feels like it's just about there inside this workshop now. and let everything dry up. And of course, when we look at it tomorrow, the color will probably yet change again, which is cool. Working on the Love Spoon here, making some more carving adjustments with the old detail knife, and carved down and gotten this wood here, and we're going to carve or etch in a date, and we're going to do that on 3 different sides. And this is what the bowl section looks like. As you see, the drier it gets, the deeper the color gets, and by the time we get everything done that we're going to do to it, and then really give it a super sanding, it really should come out pretty good. All right. Most of the major carving is now done. I've got a couple of other things I want to do, but got a lot of sanding to do, man. An awful lot of sanding to get that smooth, shiny finish to things and stuff like that, and get these hearts that are left kind of squared off but more rounded, and do some etching in here into this little pieces of the throat wood, like the year, date, all that kind of stuff. And gave some thought to, like, down in here, like put a little hole, and then going out to like the fruit trees and getting like a little tiny thin piece of twig or something, and kind of doing almost like you sewed it together, kind of an effect like that. That would literally all the fruit trees and a great many of the other trees and stuff that are on the property will be inside of this nectarine blank when it's finished, and but we'll see how that goes. But I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2 more videos after this one. We should probably have the process done. And once you get to a certain point, you gotta let things dry, and been working on some of these other spoons and stuff like that, and coffee scoops and stuff like that. And anyway, that's where we are right now on the old Love Spoon build, and it is, let me look here at the thermometer, 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and the heat has returned, and it's supposed to be kind of very uncomfortable this week, about the next 10-11 days, and that'll bring us up into September, and fall is not far off, and I sure hope that it doesn't delay, and it's coming. I mean, last week we had some really nice kind of a false fall pattern, but anyway, that's where it stands at the moment, and let things dry up a little bit. But as you can see, as it dries, the color is starting to get just like these spoons. Once all that humidity wicks out, I mean, it really turns into a dark, rich kind of a color. All right, everybody. See you soon.